Here's the honest to God truth. The reason that discernment for family and in relationships is so fucking hard, not even just the reason, there's not one, but there's like a really big reason, is because sometimes this relationship is actually pushing you toward growth. And it's uncomfortable. And this is my fucking problem with so many people who have been like, now you're in therapy. I've been in therapy. I've been going to therapy. And this is not to brag because my life is fucked up, y'all. I'm on the better side of it. But like that shit was messed the fuck up. And I still met somebody that I held on to for 28 years. So what really pisses me off is that people think that everything that's stretching them is going to tear them apart. Not everything that's stretching you is going to rip your ass a new one.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to, like, if I were to teach a course on discernment, I don't know how to do that on that because I think it comes back to kind of like what you were saying earlier, which was discernment really does it kind of comes from the self, like from the individual.
Yeah.
Discernment in these other types of arenas like family, career, and all this stuff, it really does come back to the self. And I feel like what I'm trying to say is like people who are fearful are sometimes so blinded to their opportunities of discernment. And I feel like the fear is blinding. It blinds a lot of things, but it definitely blinds discernment because they think that it's a very like caveman thinking that like anything that's harming you or making you feel uncomfortable is automatically bad. At the same time, you got the other side of people, which being like, oh, I can handle it. It ain't that bad. Like he beat me, but you know. And it's like, yes, you're gonna learn something in that, right? But at the same time, should you be learning that particular thing from it? Or is there an easy way to learn that a lot earlier? And I struggle with this because the out of character thing could have been, well, Cassaundra, you don't know that it's my growth season. You ain't God. This could, and I know what we're talking about because it wasn't that situation, but I'm just saying that like, you actually don't know sometimes if someone's in a growth season and that's meant for them, or they're putting themselves through something that they shouldn't.
Well, I mean,
especially with family.
Yes. I think there are like multiple things to think through though. Like in the scenario where I was telling you about whatever the situation was, because I truly don't remember what it was. I just remember you distinctly because this is, I think, the first time that
probably was about
it probably was. No, I mean, it was probably about a man. Okay.
I'm a man, y'all.
I won't lie.
I be heavy-handed with it. I put a lot of butter on it. She do for me too.
You didn't put no butter on it, girl. You handed that straight. I'm surprised.
No, I meant butter as in cholesterol. Like heavy on it. I'm not talking about butter as in slick. I'm talking about arteries.
You didn't like. You weren't like, I'm gonna give you this with a little bit of sugar to like help it go down. You were just like, look, like you doing some fuck shit, and I'm gonna need you to stop doing this shit. Because this is not who I know you to be. But I don't think that in those scenarios where you're saying this is like I think that yes, not everything that pushes you is going to kill you.
Right.
Not everything that stretches you is going to be harmful, but what is it pushing you toward? What is it stretching you to do? And if it's stretching you in a way that is pulling you outside of your character, outside of your character of who you've built yourself, like your character is the core of who you are, essentially, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm judgmental. So real quick on that, because I got a question.
Why are you looking at me
I got a question.
Okay.
I got a question because I wanna agree with you, and I was waiting on something, but just real quick. I don't think that everyone has good character. So if you're dealing with something, and this is a judgment, if you're dealing with something that is pushing you outside of your character, that's not inherently bad. It could be to make your ass more patient. It ain't your character to be patient and kind. And here we are on Christmas with the Scrooge, and we over here got the 3 ghosts, and we over here trying to stretch your ass into some patience for little Timmy. That's what we doing. So, mothers are a tough topic. On a previous episode, I talked very short about discerning with family members. It was actually in the intro episode. So go check it out. 2 episodes ago, go watch the beginning episode of the Discernment series. And I briefly talked about like families and specifically my mother. And so my mother is someone who is just dishonest.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just talk about honesty. Honesty is one of those things that like you can be honest, but if you're not honest all the time, or if you don't like intentionally lean toward honesty or practice honesty when it's easy to be dishonest and rewarding, then you're not, to me, an honest person. You're just someone who's utilizing honesty for your, gain at the moment. I'd seen so many people try to help my mother be more honest, even in a way where it was like to, hey, you don't have to be, like, there's no consequences. There's no repercussions.